So it is now time to induct a new class into the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of
Love
Fame.
this, love this, love this.
So this is gonna make Gene Simmons even more upset, and I'd love to see it because guess who's getting admitted? Another hip hop supergroup.
I'm glad to see that. I absolutely love that we're doubling down on, the whole Black people in hip hop thing right now, because y'all run around here and with country and trying to take hip hop now, and it's just a lot. Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need our people to be recognized. But anyway,
Because that's where you should have took your ass. That's where you should have took your ass, Jack. You should have took your ass to rock, okay? With the quick. If anything, you could have revised rap rock. That literally could have been the thing for you to do, and we all would have ate that up. We would have ate it up. So it is now time to induct a new class into the 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Love this, love this, love this.
So this is gonna make Gene Simmons even more upset, and I'd love to see it because guess who's getting admitted? Another hip hop supergroup, you bitch, you.
Hip hop does not belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's not my music. I don't come from the ghetto. It doesn't speak my language. Ice Cube and Grandmaster Flash and all these guys are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I just want to know when Led Zeppelin's going to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, really? Music has labels because it describes an approach. Hip hop is a spoken word art. You put beats in back of it and somebody comes up with a musical phrase, but it's verbal. Wish him more success. I really don't give a fuck. It just doesn't speak to me.
All right, so we got Wu-Tang. Yes, we got Wu-Tang. We got Luther Vandross.
Now that is crazy. I like it, but that's crazy that the man is gone and now we finally put him into the. It's fine.
He's been gone.
Right. Been. What the hell?
Been gone. And then we have Sade. Well, to bring some context to this, I do think in order to even be considered, your first hit has to be like 20 years old or something like that.
Oh.
Like that's why it takes a long time to get in there, because in order to be in the Hall of Fame, you have to stand the test of time. So it's like the NBA or the NFL. Like, it's like when they get inducted into the Hall of Fame, like you got to put in a lot of work and retire before we put you in the hall. So that's why, because even some of my white folks down here, I'm like, damn, you ain't in there. Right. I'm shocked as well too. So, but yeah, we got Wu-Tang Clan, we got Luther Vandross, we got
She Deserves.
And I learned that Sade is not only her name, but Sade is also the name of the band. So it's all Sade. So her and the band getting up in there. Okay. Phil Collins, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh no. Okay. My man. And he probably, I have to look this up on my own, but he would be a person that would be inducted twice because he also belonged to a classic rock band called Genesis before he became a solo artist. Okay. So like he is of the rare class of people that can be inducted twice. So we also have Billy Idol, Little Rebel, yeah. When I tell you, like, when I think of 80s MTV, I see that man. Mm-hmm. I see him and his lip and his frosty white hair and his leather and shit. Like that is MTV to me. Yeah. So Billy Idol. We also have Iron Maiden. They are metal gods, another type of MTV time capsule thing, if you will. Hell Bent for Leather. That's the only song I know by them, but I at least know who they are, and I know that they are important. Okay. Right. Now this one I'm not
Jack
so
Harlow,
sure.
Don't know shit. Sorry, just a little. But anyway.
Because that's where you should have took your ass. That's where you should have took your ass, Jack. You should have took your ass to rock. Okay, with the quick. If anything, you could have revised rap rock. That literally could have been the thing for you to do, and we all would have ate that up. We would have ate it up because not only are you a white rapper and you still want to be taken seriously in rap, you also are a white person that has some connection to like rock folks. Like you could have called Fred Durst. You could have called motherfucking,
Just not using your privilege correctly at all.
Not at all. Like you could have called Fred Durst. You could have called one of them boys from Linkin Park. You could have called Jonathan from Korn. You could have called anybody. Disturbed, Stained, fucking Good Charlotte, for all I give a fuck. Nigga, you could have called any of them and said, hey guys, let's bring back 1999 to 2001 one time. Shall we? Anyway, how to go off. Now, this group, I'm not sure. I've heard of these names. Now, the slash is making me think like it's two groups, or like they started off as a group and then ended up as another group. I don't know. That I'll actually, I'm willing to put my music nerd hat on and learn about them and see. Maybe I do know them and I just don't know the songs or whatever. But I've heard of it. I've at least heard of Joy Division and New Order. Didn't know they was the same thing. Mm-hmm. And then we got Oasis. Say maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Okay, I love them. That one is Champagne Supernova, because that's my song. He's like, where were you while we were getting high? Greatest line ever. So then they have some specialty awards. The Early Influence Award for Miss Celia Cruz. Azúcar, okay? The first Afro-Latina woman I've ever like really seen. You know, like this was a Black woman from Cuba, okay? This is a straight up Afro-Latina woman. I love how they put her and Patti LaBelle next to each other, and they say they were sisters. I love that so much because I'm like, she do look like a Cuban Patti. Like it's funny to me. So she's on there. We have Fela Kuti, who is a very big like Afro jazz soul type of artist mainly from the 70s. He also had a really great Broadway stage play made about him called Fela. And speaking of Patti LaBelle, she played his mom on the Broadway version. Wow. So love that. And then we got the Queen. I ain't talking about that pink bitch. I'm talking about the real queen. We got Queen Latifah. Okay. Okay, you and I, T.Y. Okay. Who you calling a bitch? What was living in single? Because mama, she gave us the music. She gave us the movies. She gave us the television. Nigga, still, Cleo is a top 10 Black movie character, okay? The way she went out like a motherfucking G. She was in that car. She was in like, no one's supposed to right? I'm just gonna drive and see these motherfuckers, you know, because Fuck, I ain't going to jail. I ain't going to jail. Fuck that shit. I'm not going. Okay. Y'all already killed my girl. She already died in the car. But y'all done shot my other bitch up.
I ain't got nothing to lose, man.
Ain't got nothing to lose, bro. So speaking of another queen, we got MC Lyte. I love how MC Lyte's career path. She's still able to use her voice, but she ain't got to rap.
Exactly.
Mama just be.
I love hearing her on the Grammys. And we have Doja Cat coming to the stage next. And after that, we'll hear from Bubba. Like, yes, MC, go ahead.
Yes, she is an MC. It's in the name.
Yeah.
It's in the name, okay? But you know, so many songs, Roughneck, you know what I'm saying? Georgie Porgy, bro. Even when she came back out in the late 90s, she hooked up with Missy Elliott, because that's the motherfucking cheat code. Missy Elliott put her on a song with Escape, okay? Keep on, keeping on, hey, to come and change my world. Funny story about that. That song samples Liberian Girl by Michael Jackson. And they said she had to beg that shit too big. Please. Because, you know, he wasn't with that sampling shit. Michael was not really with the sampling shit. Like a sample from Michael. Huh?
Don't mess up my song.
Right. Because a sample from Michael is heaven sent. Okay? That's how you truly use that. If you get a sample, then you know that he agrees, right? So, and then we also have Graham Parsons. Not sure who Graham Parsons is. I'm sure I'll just put something here up on the screen so we can all learn who Graham Parsons is. If I had to make an educated guess, it's giving executive. No! It's giving like maybe he owned a label, or like he was just like a really great manager to a bunch of bands or some shit like that. That's my guess. We'll see if I'm right on the screen.
Hell no.
And then lastly, we have the Musical Excellence Award that is going to Linda Creed, Arif Mardin, Jimmy Miller, and Rick motherfucking Rubin. And I know that's fucking right, okay? Rick Rubin, speaking of Russell Simmons, Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons were the co-owners and the creators of Def Jam Records. He is the reason why we have 99 Problems That a Bitch Ain't Won by Jay-Z. He's the reason why we got Walk This Way with Run DMC and Aerosmith. He's the reason why we got Rockbox. He's the reason why we got he's the reason why we got the Beastie Boys. So he is a very, very integral, instrumental part in this thing that we call hip hop. Congratulations to all of the nominees. Well, I shouldn't say nominees. Congratulations to all of the, what's the word we can, inductees. Yes, congratulations to all the inductees. Actually going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is on my bucket list of things to do, because as y'all already know, I'm a massive music lover, and not only just hip hop and R&B, but other genres as well. Have a massive love and respect for a good portion of most musical genres. And, you know, I fully intend to skip the Elvis exhibit. I won't be looking at that shit. I'm going straight to Michael. I'm going straight to Prince. I'll even say hi to Aretha's mean ass, honey.
Beautiful gowns.
I'm just gonna go in there, hit up all the things. You know, the Bee Gees is getting my time, okay? David Bowie is getting my time, okay? Like there's Michael, of course, the Jackson 5, all LL Cool J, all y'all getting my time. And these inductees are no different. I am excited. I don't know what channel it's coming on. I don't know when or what time it's coming on. We'll get you that information as it's coming up. But I just thought, you know, to cap this off, we really had to talk about the importance of these people.
Greatness.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the inductees, friend?
I love it, man. You know, it definitely it sucks that some of these people, well, I'll just really speak on Luther. Like Luther's no longer with us to be able to enjoy this together in the physical, but ultimately, you know, that's not the point. Point is to create, right? And whenever that gets acknowledged, you know, that's not up to us, but ultimately I'm glad to see that. I absolutely love that we are we're doubling down on, you know, the whole Black people in hip hop thing right now, because y'all run around here and with country and trying to take hip hop now, and it's just a lot. Jazz, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need our people to be recognized, and so I'm very happy to see that. Love me some Sade, love me some Queen Latifah, bitch. Queen Latifah, Jesus Christ. Okay, like, people that should have been in there, but it's fine. You know what I mean? It's not, that's really not my qualm, because whatever, bro. Like, people are going to always try to discredit and make us take forever to be acknowledged or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm so grateful to the people who, through it all, ups, downs, not being recognized, all those things, you just continue to create and you continue to give a fuck about your legacy and us, you know, because now we get to celebrate you. And you know, and you're here or not, you know what I mean? We're gonna celebrate you. So congratulations.
Yes. So one last thing, girl, speaking of legacies and all that, I read that Mariah Carey was snubbed. It's like the third time. What? And I'm not quite sure I understand that. It's just like, I feel like Mariah Carey is like a first ballot type of Hall of Famer. I feel like, you know, of course.
And who the fuck is she even beefing with? Like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, who could possibly be like, nah, not MC? Like, nigga, what?
And what's so crazy is that she worked with, well, not technically the whole Wu-Tang, but she worked with ODB on one of her most famous songs. Like, it just would have made sense. Like, and they could have got up on stage and did like a fantasy tribute. Like, y'all are, people don't know the culture. They really miss out on just important, viral moments that they could be having, you know? And then maybe, just maybe, since she already had her own celebration earlier this year, maybe they're like, well, she already had one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll on the next ballot, we'll get on the next ballot. Because, you know, what I also know is that during these induction awards is that they also have people perform. If they don't perform their own stuff, then they'll have people come out and perform for them, right? And we saw how that went earlier this year. Yeah. And some folks was, you know, so it just, I guess, you know, maybe she already had her time this year. There's like, we'll try it again next year. But the other times don't make no sense though, because she should have been in there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she should have been in there since like maybe the 2010s, possibly. That's a little
late, but yeah.
So yeah, y'all stop playing with my girl Mimi. Okay,
put in the comments what y'all think. Should Mimi have one?
And then and not even just her. Who else do you guys think should be in the Hall of Fame? Now, keep in mind, like I said, the rule is 20 years from their first like commercial hit. Right. So it has to be somebody who is legacied up, somebody who got a little age on them, you know what I'm saying?
Lil Yachty.
Can't be nobody who came out 2010.
No.
Not somebody even 2005, bitch. Nah, like something. I think the cutoff right now is like late 90s.
Yes.
You had to be well established between the years of 97 and 99. Yeah, you had to get started then. Okay, not yet. Either you was established, you was already started. But like, yeah, I just I wonder who else is not on there who I can't think of. I'm like, you know, but I'm excited. I'll figure it out whenever it's coming on, and I will be watching.
Yes, and I hope you all continue to watch. You know, we have some awesome clips up. We'll have some more up this week. Please like, comment, subscribe on all of them. Follow us on all the things at the Wines and Chocolate Show. Make sure you put S's on those, wines and chocolates. I don't know that we have any current church announcements yet. Soon, but not yet.
Soon.
Yes.
Well, we're working on We're devising something, and then we'll announce it.
That's right. So if you all are
paying life comes at you fast.
I'm telling you. Y'all are paying attention, then you will, you know what's going on. But anyways, saying all that to say thank you again for watching us. Check us out next Thursday. I believe we'll be on. That's the plan. If not, check us out on Sunday nights here live. And yeah, follow us. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet. And you have had just the sip. And we will taste you later.
Bye, everybody.